Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca and I know it's a little bit early still, but today I am sharing with you how to do Thanksgiving dinner in under an hour. Obviously this won't make enough for a huge crowd, but it should make enough for a family dinner. We had 7 people for dinner and it was plenty for all of us. Thanksgiving dinner, turkey dinner, chicken dinner with all the side dishes and fixings is like my dad's favorite meal. And since his birthday just passed, I thought this would also be a great opportunity to make his favorite meal and also give you guys some ideas you can use for Thanksgiving. Also, thank you so much to Cosori for providing the multi-cooker pressure cooker that I'm using to cook tonight's dinner in. The box came perfectly and carefully packaged. I did go ahead and wash the items first and look over the instructions. It has a whole booklet, but it's not really difficult to understand. There's just a lot of instructions because there are a lot of different things that you can make with this, including homemade yogurt, rice, desserts, etc. So many things. I can't wait to try. There were so many delicious looking recipes in the recipe book and I will be trying more of them for sure. For today, I wanted to do my turkey and potatoes, and I started with a seasoned turkey breast. I thought that that would be a really simple way to save time and buy something already marinated and seasoned. It is boneless and skinless, but I did this actually 2 days later. I roasted like a whole chicken in there, and that also took only about the same amount of time to cook as the 2 large turkey breasts to do like a roast chicken. So you can do this either way, whatever your preference is. The multi-cooker can do so many things though. I think I'm actually gonna be able to replace now my rice cooker in my crock pot and just keep the multi-cooker as a one-piece replacement that does, you know, multiple things instead of having 2 or 3 items that are all single-purpose items. This is gonna give me a little extra storage space in my cabinet and be really multifunctional. Now, it did take a little bit of time to heat up the multi-cooker, the pressure cooker, so that's the only thing that I would say you do have to factor in for your time. Once you put your food in and you set your temperature and you set your time on there, for me, I put in my turkey breast. Because I didn't have like skin on there or anything that I really was trying to like crisp, I set it on the oven roast setting for 375 degrees Fahrenheit and put it just for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna be turning it over and adding the potatoes and cooking it just an extra 10 minutes with the potatoes in there. This worked amazing. The only thing that I would say is it does take a little bit of time to heat up. So keep that in mind because once I set the temperature and the time for like 10 minutes, it took probably about 10 minutes more for it to actually heat up to temperature. And then it took 10 minutes to cook. I think after the 10 minutes, the turkey breast is actually mostly cooked already. So that was amazing. But I did put it back in. I decided to flip it over and put all the potatoes in around it, but I will get to that in just a minute. So it's 2 p.m. I'm using already seasoned marinated turkey breast I picked up in the grocery store, like I said before. I believe this is enough. It said for 7 servings, which was just what we needed for tonight. The multi-cooker does have a brown setting if you want to try to like crisp the turkey skin, but it might be a little difficult to really get it very crispy since it is a pressure cooker and it does steam it. It's not gonna be super crispy if that's the look that you're going for, but I was kind of looking for something healthier. I'm not real big on eating like chicken skin and turkey skin and stuff. So for us, we preferred the oven like roast setting. I've got boneless, skinless, marinated turkey breast here. Set the temperature, like I said, to about 375 degrees Fahrenheit or so. And I put a 10-minute cook time on that. So it did take 10 minutes or so to fully heat up to temperature, and then it'll beep when it's finished. The temperature cools down before you open it, so you're not gonna be burning yourself or anything like that. So I thought that that's a really good feature that they bring the temperature down before you open it and it beeps that it's done. The only thing was then when I went to add my potatoes in again, of course I set my temperature and it had to heat up again to the temperature. But that's okay, I factored that all in and we have Thanksgiving dinner coming in less than an hour. So while that's in there now, I washed my asparagus and potatoes, and for the asparagus, I'm putting them on a baking sheet and coating them with some olive oil, salt, and garlic powder. And then the little potatoes I'm slicing lengthwise into quarters. You can combine some olive oil and onion soup mix for seasoning, but since I forgot the soup mix when I was at the grocery store, I ended up just having to make my own seasoning mix, which I did adding onion powder, garlic powder, and salt along with the olive oil, and just shake that up really well. A Ziploc bag works great for this, so you can make sure that you thoroughly coat all of your potatoes with the olive oil and seasoning mixture. And then just go ahead and set that aside. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees now for the asparagus, and if you're doing hot rolls, you can go ahead and put your rolls on the baking pan at this time as well. Moving on, I wanted to get the stuffing started. I chopped up an onion and a few stalks of celery the day before. You could probably do this a day or two ahead of time. You could even saute them in the butter so that they are already soft and cooked. That can also be done a day or two ahead. I did it today and I still got it done within the hour time, but if you want to give yourself a little extra time, go ahead and do this step the day before. So I'm just sauteing the veggies with some butter. Let that saute for a little bit till the veggies are soft. We usually actually just do cranberry sauce from a can. I think that's just the favorite around here, and I've got a whole berry one, but feel free to use whatever cranberry sauce that you and your family prefer. And also you can get your corn out, canned or frozen corn would be great. I added a little bit of butter to that. And once the 10-minute cooking timer was up on the turkey, I added the potatoes in around it and turned the turkey breast over. Actually, I'm not sure if I really needed to do that. Like I said, I think it was mostly cooked already at this point. Did add about 2 cups of chicken broth in with around the potatoes and the turkey breast now to finish cooking everything, to make sure that there was plenty of moisture, especially cooking the potatoes. And I was surprised, but all of that was, I don't know, cooked, evaporated, pressurized. I don't know what the term would be, but the liquid was all gone when I went back after these potatoes had cooked. Like I said, I set the timer for 10 minutes now. I think I had them in there at 350 degrees for the second time around for 10 minutes, and that's all they took, 10 minutes for the potatoes. They were perfectly cooked. The turkey breast was like, everyone was raving about it. It came out so delicious, so moist. I know a lot of people hate that word, but I can't think of a better word right now. It was just like so tender and juicy and delicious, and came out really, really good. While it was getting back up to temperature now to cook for the 10 minutes with the potatoes, I put the asparagus into the oven. You could also put your rolls in at this time as well. And I also added the chicken broth to the veggies for the stuffing, removed it from the heat, and then used a fork to stir in and fluff up the breadcrumbs in there for the stuffing. For gravy, you can either take out the drippings, but you would probably need to use more than the 2 cups. That's the thing. You're gonna definitely need more liquid in there if you want to have leftover for drippings for gravy. Because I did a turkey breast, I really didn't have a lot of like fat and grease left over to make gravy with, so I did gravy separately. But using the boneless, skinless turkey breast, there really wasn't any drippings for the gravy, so I decided to kind of make up my own using chicken broth, and I added a couple tablespoons of cornstarch to get the chicken broth thickening up, and also added some gravy master, butter, and some salt, and it came out really, really delicious. And then I just started plating the food for the buffet because everything was pretty much ready now, and I just needed to start putting it in my serving dishes that I wanted to have out on my buffet table. The cranberry sauce, the corn, the rolls and butter, the asparagus. You could also do green beans if you would prefer that instead of asparagus, and I totally forgot, I wanted to do like a sprinkle of sliced or slivered almonds on top of the asparagus. That would be great on top of green beans as well, so keep that in mind if that's something you want to add. It totally slipped my mind when I was making dinner this evening. For the gravy, I really love this gravy serving dish that I got from Pier 1 because you can put a tea light underneath and it just keeps your gravy warm. The candle looks nice burning, and it keeps the gravy like perfectly warm, and it doesn't get thick or clumpy. It's just at like a perfect serving temperature. So this is an awesome dish. I think I got it at Pier 1 for like around $10. I did a cranberry juice with some fresh apple slices and cinnamon sticks, and then the turkey was done with a few minutes to spare. And the last thing was just to arrange the turkey and potatoes on a serving dish, and I just kind of pre-sliced up the turkey beforehand so it would be easy for people to take some off the dish, and then no one would be like fighting with it trying to cut up the turkey on the serving dish there. This way it was easy to just grab your piece of turkey, grab some potatoes, and assemble your dish for dinner. I Again, thank you so much to Cosori for providing the pressure cooker for today's video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the recipe ideas and the idea for Thanksgiving dinner that you can do really quick and easy. I know I will need a little bit more food than this when we have like 30-something people at Thanksgiving, but if you're doing a smaller Thanksgiving dinner, this is like the perfect option and way to get that done quickly on a time budget, a time crunch. We really enjoyed this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you guys all soon in the next one. Bye.